Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Glitterous. If you don't know me, I'm a menace to society. Yes, I'm a girl with a little extra. I'm one of the divas who paints. And in today's video, we're doing something a little different for me. Today, we are trying out new makeup. I just got in this color case made by Mitchell. We're gonna rate the hell out of this. We're gonna see, does this give drag? Can a diva, can a girl, can a beautiful young woman put on a little bit of product and look like this? If this interests you, keep on watching, bitch. Let's get into it.
Glitterous. Spell it Glitterous. That's glitterous to you, baby. That's my big and large glitter to you, baby. That's Mother God to you, baby. Y'all ready for this ball?
What y'all know about some nachos? Some homemade nachos. Girl. Oh my god. My ass powder. Oh, my Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, so today we are doing something really special. I've not really talked to most people about this or even talked about it publicly, but for the past year and a half, I've been doing a makeup no-buy just because, honestly, let me show you. The state of my makeup is unhinged. What is going on? And a lot of this stuff is because I did a program with Thread Beauty, and I have a lot of their foundation, and I mean a lot of their products, okay? Don't judge the mess. But today, oh my god, I finally was like, fuck, it's almost 2025. Let's get into some new makeup. And also, since I do makeup mostly for drag, I am very hesitant about purchasing products. And I mean, I have re-upped things like my eyeliner, my KVD eyeliner, and I just actually re-upped my House Labs foundation, but those are not new to me, right? Those are things that I had to, replace. But today, girls, I'm so excited. We are trying the Made by Mitchell Essentials palette. I am so excited to get into this. Ooh, it has a really nice touch. Okay. Oh, interesting. If you can see, this one came in slightly dewy. I wonder what that's about. Should I be worried about that? I'm so excited to get into these. Again, slightly worried about this one that is wet, but whatever. So what I'm going to do is put on my foundation, block the brows. I'm not going to use it for foundation or concealer today. I wanted to use it for literally everything else. So we're going to try to do a neutral eye. We're going to do contour. We're going to do lips, a nude lip. We're going to do eyebrows. So let me put on my first layer and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. I have put on a foundation and my concealer, and if it looks crazy, it's because it is crazy what we're doing for drag. I really like to center the lightness right in the middle, like I'm getting hit with a spotlight, so I can look beautiful. But let's go in with this. I am definitely going to go in with this black first and foremost because I need to do these brows. I always like to sketch out my brows first. Okay, so I just scooped a little bit and then I'm putting that on the back of my hand because everything I've ever seen about this says to warm up the product. And it is cold here. All right, so here it is. I think what I'm gonna do is grab a brush, a separate brush that is not this brush, and use it to sketch. So give me a second to find that. Okay, so I found this little angled brush. So I'm gonna go in and dip. It's kind of drying already on the back of my hand, which I'm a little worried about. I'm like, is it gonna be dried down before I use it all? So let's just get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, it is pretty creamy. It seems to be doing nice, gliding over this chunky ass eyebrow. Okay, wait, that's kind of painted. So this is a cosmetic paint from what I've seen. So I'm really hoping it's the T for drag, because I feel like when you're doing drag, you're trying to paint, right? Okay, that is kind of tea. Okay, those brows look kind of good. They're not exact, but... Okay, I really love this. This is really great. So I'm going to go again on this black because I don't want to waste any of it and start kind of where like my smoky liner is going to be. Because we are doing neutrals, but I can never not use black. So just stamping it there. Okay, so the shape is kind of mapped. I am actually really liking this so far. From everything I've heard is people have been saying these are kind of dry, but the black has been pretty, what's the word? Like moisturizing, like creamy. It's not been very dry for me. I also usually do this step with this About Face liquid eyeshadow, but I think I like the cream a little better. And this is almost out anyway, so this is gonna be a perfect way to replace. I'm so excited so far. Okay, so let's continue on with this eye. Again, I'm doing neutrals today, so I think maybe I'm gonna go in with a mixture of these two next. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of each on the back of my hand, not on the same spot where I did the black. And I will say a little bit of these seems to be going a long way. So I'm really enjoying that. Okay, so let me just mix these up into this kind of like brown, dark brown shade. Okay, so I'm gonna pick some of it right off onto this like fluffy brush and then go right over exactly that same spot. Okay, now let's move in to maybe this color right here, this lightest brown. Warm it up, and let's go in with like a true fluffy brush. Actually, I feel like that may be a little too, well, let's add a little bit of this brown that's next to it. This is kind of fun to like mix around these colors to like create fashions, to create what you want. I really am enjoying that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a true fluffy brush just to test this out, pick some of that product up, and then really just buff. Very nicely, very slightly, very with a light hand. Just buff. Okay. This is the close-up fantasy. I think we still do need a little bit more definition. So I'm gonna go back in with the black. This black is just not that black. It's just not that black, and I need black. Okay, so we've come to my first real gripe with this, is that this black is not really as black as I would like it, which is kind of pissing me off because I really wanted to do just the eyes with this cream palette, but I'm gonna go in with powders because I want it to look good. I mean, I think this is gonna be a great base already. Like, this is basically the look. I'm just gonna go in with some black eyeshadow from my favorite Friday the 13th palette from Glamlight. And just bump that up. Oh yeah. See the difference with that black versus like just the cream black? And I'm sure the cream black is helping this look more black. I think we're ready to move on to liner. So what I'm gonna do is throw on my regular liner really quick, and then we'll move on to contour and lips. So I'm gonna go in with the Pure White. That's one of the reasons I was super excited for this palette, because I wanted something really nice so I can put on my lid that wouldn't crease, right? That's like the most important thing to me, is that it doesn't crease. Because I've used different liners, I've used concealer to cut my crease, but none of them have really gone up to my expectations, TBH. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the brush that comes with like the little palette and just go for it. This Pure White color. Ooh, okay. It's already gliding on really nicely. I really don't see what people mean when they were talking about this being dry, because I have not experienced that with any of these colors so far. And I think I've gotten into every color except these three right here, which is what the white girls use. So, you know, we'll have to see. We'll get to those. We'll get to those. Now that I'm at this step, I do kind of want to see what it would look like if I brought down this white into my concealer right under my eyes and just kind of blend it out and see if it gives my eye a little bit of a pop. Okay, so that actually blended in really nicely with my, just like a beauty blender into the rest of my concealer, giving me just like a beautiful little whiteness there, just like an extra little lightness I kind of love. I'm already feeling my fantasy, baby. I'm already in it. Oh my God. Okay, I really like how that turned out. I'm gonna finish my liner and then let's move on to contour. Yay! Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so the eyes are done. I did end up using the white in here for under my eye. It didn't go on super white, but it is buildable, which is really nice. And I do feel like it is a slightly more natural than if I used as pure white. Like usually what I use is like a NYX Epic Wear liner. And I feel like it is a little bit more natural. I mean, it's still white. It's still going to give you that effect, but it is a little bit more natural. And then I did dip into this color right here, just under the eye, to buff that out. Okay, let's move on to contour. I feel like, I definitely want to pull some of this color, this darker next to black color. And then to lighten it up, I think I'm going to go in with some of this like lighter, warmer brown. And let's just mix them together, see what they give. I want to see if I can go for like a really deep contour to start off with, because I usually feel like I can blend it out instead of like, you know, starting with a lighter thing and then feeling like I have to go dark, you know? Okay, so let me get my brush here really quick. Let me choose what I'm gonna use. So I usually use this for my powder contour, but I think we're gonna try to just load this up and go in. Ooh, that is dark. I might have gone a little too dark, girls. I might have gone a little too close to the sun. All right, let's just slap it on and then see what it gives. Okay, so this is the first layer blended out. I actually do kind of like how high contrast it is. It looks a lot better than I thought it was gonna look, but I do want to warm this up. So I think I'm gonna go in with just like maybe these two colors mixed on like the higher points of that contour area. See this kind of more like bronzery color, and see what that gives. I'm gonna go in with the same brush because I don't want to go too crazy with a bunch of brushes. Let's see what this gives. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, see how that warms that up? Wait! Girl, before we go any further, have you liked this video? Have you commented on this video? Have you even subscribed to my channel? These are 3 free things you can do for a queer artist. Yes, this is art, darling. This is entertainment art. And if you're not doing those 3 things for free, it's giving homophobic. It's giving transphobic. It's giving hateful. It's giving internalized homophobia. Again, y'all, this is kind of not doing it for me, like the having to warm it up on the back of my hand. I might try like the inside of my arm next time, but this is like, I washed it with soap and water the first time I used micellar, but this time I just did soap and water, and like, it's just hard to get out. So I'm kind of worried about what it's gonna give on the face after all this. I think I do want to touch up the concealer a little bit while we're here. Just add a little tiny bit just to bring a little brightness back to these outer corners where I may have gone a little crazy with the contour, but just a little dot, you know? So starting by bringing it in and then just kind of highlighting that area. And now it's time for a cream blush. I'm going to use my favorite, the Liquid Camo Concealer. Camo Liquid Blush from e.l.f. I love this. I love how pigmented it is when you put it on. And then I love how it blends out. I'm just going to put this on the high point of my cheeks where I usually put my blush. Same beauty blender, using the side, blending her out into the contour, maybe up into the little temple a little bit. Okay, Mitchell, she's here for the girl. She's here for the diva. So far, it's giving drag. It's giving drag, Mitchell. Mitchell, you did something. You really came through. You really came through for the girls, for the dolls, for the ones who have a little femme in them, you know, for those big he hims, they thems, with a skinty little diva she her in them, you know. It's time to powder, bitches. Like, I am so excited to get into this. I want to see how this powders down. So I'm going to use my one size. I'm going to try it out by using this pink, ultra pink. Whoa, I got way too much out. That's okay. That's okay. And I'm going to use this to set the under eye, just because I haven't really seen how this sets an under eye, and I'm really excited to see what it goes. Now, usually I use a powder puff for this, but since I'm only filming today and I'm not doing a gig, I don't really need to be using all that powder. Okay, final thing we use the color case for is lips. I want to see what kind of lip combo we can get out of this. I'm thinking let's start with like this color. No, let's start with that. I feel like that'd be a good, nice, dark lip liner moment. Yes. Yes, that's giving. Okay, I'm going to go in with a little liner brush. And just get into it. Just get into it. I prepped my lips with a little bit of lip balm. So they are like bouncy and have a little bit of product on them. So I'm hoping this plays well with that. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, that's beautiful. Okay, and then for like the inside, let's go in with something like peachy. Let's go in with this. We haven't touched this at all. Okay. It's giving concealer lip a little bit. I think I want a little bit more pinkiness in it, so I'm gonna go in with this like peachy color. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. I'm gonna put on a lash, put on a little something, and I'll be right back for my final thoughts. Okay, here is the final look. I will say I don't really love the lip. I'm just not a concealer lip girly, so like that's not necessarily my vibe. And I did end up changing the lip because I'm not a concealer lip girly, and that just didn't give it for me. I did love it as a lip liner. I did love the color case as a lip liner. And other than that, I think I did paint like a little more tan than usual, but it's not the end of the world. I just need to figure out what my colors are a little more. My two big cons are that you have to warm it up on the back of your hand. You kind of have to use micellar water to wash it off, which is not like super ideal, especially if you're like getting painted quick. And then also the fact that the black is not super opaque. It's just not as black as I wanted it to be. But other than that, I really enjoyed the product. I did not have any problems with dryness, like whatsoever, which I have seen is like the main complaint about the color case. I really love how it looks on the under eye. It feels really light, very wearable. So I think I'm going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. Maybe an 8.5 if we're going to be really picky about the black. But I have enough makeup to, you know, like update that, like to add some more black shadow. And yeah, I mean, honestly, let's just go for it. A 9 out of 10. I think it's truly a 9 out of 10. Huge fan of this. This is going to be great. Something that I can like just pop into my bag and just feel like I can be like done with like, you know, having to pack a bunch of makeup. So that is definitely going to be helpful. Really love the white. Love the little brush that comes with it. I'm so happy you don't have to purchase a separate spatula. Even though I do have one, it is currently green from my Wicked numbers. Also, Glitterous merch. Yes, Glitterous merch is available at neuromisfit.com. So shop local. It is a local artist who did the design, and the people who are producing it are also a local neurodiverse owned t-shirt company. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention that I did use a color case to fill in a little bit of a chin strap moment, and I do actually really like how that wears. So that's been this video. I hope you've enjoyed, and like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Have you tried the color case? What did you think? Leave me a comment. I want to have a discussion about it. Did you guys love this? Did you guys hate it? Do you have incredible or awful things to say about it? I want to know. So let a diva know. Anyway, it's been Glitterous. Love you. Bye. And if I did drag with my normal hair, what would y'all do?